How to grow potatoes. Potatoes should be grown from late March to early August, and they should take about 12 to 20 weeks to grow. The first step to growing potatoes is making the dirt really soft, because the softer the dirt is, the easier it will be for the potatoes to grow. Then you need to dig some trenches about 10 to 15 centimeters 4 to 6 inches deep, and about 50 to 80 centimeters 20 to 30 inches apart, depending on the variety. If you're planting a lot of potatoes, you can use a potato ridger to save yourself a lot of digging. I have a whole video about this tool. Now it's time to plant your seed potatoes. Place the seed potatoes at the bottom of the trenches about 30 to 50 centimeters 12 to 20 inches apart, with the sprouts facing upwards. If there are any large seed potatoes with sprouts on each side, you can cut them in half to get 2 plants from 1 seed potato. Then fill in the trenches and water all of your potatoes very well. If you want your potatoes to grow faster, you can put a tarpaulin on top of the ground to hold in the moisture and make more humidity, which makes the potatoes grow a lot faster. Just make sure you remove it as soon as they sprout, or you'll kill the plants. Once the potatoes are larger, you need to worry about potato blight. Potato blight is a disease that can kill potato plants in just a few weeks. There is no cure for blight, only preventatives. To prevent blight, you can space the plants further apart and try to only water around the base of the plant and keep the leaves dry. You can also use a baking soda and water mixture. I have a whole video about how to safely use this mixture without damaging the plants. Once the plants are about 20 centimeters tall, you will need to mound the dirt up around the base of the plants to stop the growing potatoes from turning green and poisonous when exposed to light. To mount up the potatoes, use a rake or a garden hoe to mound the dirt up around the base of each plant until there is about 5 centimeters of stem left above the ground. Make sure not to dig too close to the base of the plant, or you might dig up some of the growing potatoes. When the potatoes start to flower, this means that the plants are starting to grow your potatoes. Once the plants start to turn yellow and die, this is when you should harvest your potatoes. You could dig them up by hand or use a shovel or a fork to dig up the potatoes. Be careful not to bruise the potatoes, or they will not store for as long, so be very gentle when digging them up. To store your potatoes, you need to put them somewhere with plenty of airflow, like in mushroom crates, and put the crates in a dark, cool place that is frost-free and has plenty of airflow. Make sure there is no light on your potatoes or they will turn green and poisonous.